Oh, it's tomorrow. Yeah. So it's celebration for 28 birthdays. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right? 32. Let's start. Okay, please say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Good evening to everyone. I know several students are outside here, right? Good evening to everyone. And today too, I would like to wish that may all of you be able to practice very well. And may you develop in your practice and may you have a very good city, which is very fruitful. So, you can see the background. It's nicer today because tomorrow we have a puja. That's fine. So some of the devotees, they came early and they volunteered. I didn't ask everyone because then too many people. Then I think the whole work won't fit for everyone. So some of you were asked to come who can come early. So somehow in this atmosphere, today we are going to do the practice of meditation. And the old students, they are practicing the third step of Vipassana meditation. So third step of Vipassana meditation is, so observing the sensations that arise. So on the parts of your hand. So you start from the neck and part by part, pitch by pitch, you observe up to the fingers of your left hand. Right? Part by part, you start with your neck. So front part, back part. Then you start with the shoulder. So you go down part by part, you go down, right? So after the shoulder, forearm, elbow, lower arm. So then after that, the wrist, lower palm, upper palm, right hand fingers. And then you do this. You do the same. So with your left shoulder, so left shoulder, upper arm, then elbow, lower arm, then wrist, and then after that, and so lower palm, upper palm, fingers. So you have to be very calm and with a lot of patience. With a lot of patience, you have to go part by part, right? So, and at the same time, the newcomers who joined recently and who are joining today, so they are asked to practice the first step of breathing meditation. So, Ramgaru, please practice the second step. So, as I told you, so observe the breath, which is touching the limited area below the nostrils and above the upper lip, within this area. Don't observe the breath inside the nostrils. Just observe the touch of the breath within this small triangular area, right? So newcomers, please practice the first step. What you do is, when the breath is coming in, you are fully aware. When the breath is going out, you are fully aware. And don't go with the breath all the way in. Just stop at the end of your nostrils, right? And if the breath is long, the breath is short, if it is gross or soft, let it be so. Just keep on being aware. That's what you have to do, nothing else. Just keep on being aware. Moment to moment, breath to breath. So don't think about when you observe the present breath, don't think about the breath that you experience at the last moment. Don't think about the future breaths. And don't cling to that particular experience, even though it's comfortable. Let it come, let it go, do your job. Just keep on observing, right? So then before we start, today I want to encourage you to do something, which we did today too. So that is selfless Dhamma service. That means volunteering. Volunteering, but most people, there are certain people volunteer, right? There are students who volunteer, so they expect that because of their volunteering, they'll get some kind of signature so that they can fill up their 42 hours of the so 42 volunteering hours of the week, right? And some people volunteer, but they volunteer. Sometimes even the volunteers, they fight. So why? Because they try to become the head. So to take certain kind of credits for that volunteering, right? So that's not selfless service. Selfless, so service for anybody. So you don't expect even if you do a real selfless service to anybody, you don't expect even the word thank you. Let's say you meet a homeless person. You meet a homeless person on the way. What you do is, whatever you have, you give, right? Out of compassion. I don't have a lot, but I share what I have. So having this, may this person be comfortable. Only with that thought, you give, you share what you have with that person. So, but you should not change your mind. You should not think bad about that person, thinking, oh, that person didn't even say thank you. Oh, God bless you, or something like that. So that's selfless service. You don't expect anything in return. Then you develop a lot of positive energy with it. So what Buddha did throughout 45 years is selfless service. He only slept 2 hours. So throughout the other times, he was keeping his service open for everyone. Whoever came, he didn't care whether that person is rich or poor, whether that person is famous or not famous. He kept on serving for all beings without expecting anything in return. Then, then you might think, oh, then why we should respect at the beginning of the meditation? That's our practice. That's not for the Buddha. Even though we pay respect to the Buddha, we are doing it, to develop our quality of gratitude. Right? So please try to do at least one selfless service for a day. Try to do something that can bring a smile, some kind of comfort for another person. That person may be one of your family members, or better if that person is not a family member or friend. So somebody which is totally unknown. So then you develop that that selflessness more. right? So somehow, please do that. Please practicing selfless services for the benefit of men. Buddha, when when he was about to set off, sent the first 60 teachers to teach. He taught he taught those 60 teachers, 60 Bhantes. Charata bhikkhave charikam bahujana hitaya bahujana sukhaya. O Bhantes, please wander for the benefit of many. Bahujana hitaya. Right. So for the benefit of many. Bahujana sukhaya, for the comfort of many. Right. So for the comfort of many. So attaya hitaya paratta hitaya sukhaya deva manusana. That means for the benefit of you, right? For the benefit of the other, for the benefit of all the beings in the world. Deva means divine beings. Manus means human beings. So Buddha asks us to want it. And Buddha asks, so deseta bhikkhave dhamma adi kalyanam majje kalyanam pariyosana kalyanam. I mean, Buddha said, teach the Dhamma, which is wholesome at the beginning, which is nice, and which talks about good at the beginning. And Majje Kalyana, which talks about good at the middle. So, and Pariyosana Kalyana, which talks about good at the ending. Right? So Buddha taught all the Bhantes to do that as selfless service, right? As lay people, you can't do it like the Bhantes or the nuns, but whenever you can, please practice that. So even smiling for a stranger, that's also selfless service, right? So if you don't shrink your face when you see somebody, that's even though you don't think, that's also selfless service, right? So there are such kind of things. So when she came today, but whenever you see her, if you smile and welcome her, that's a selfless service. So like that, please practice that. So by that way, you practice balance of mind. Don't think it will only help you during the day-to-day life. It will also help you in your practice of Vipassana meditation, right? So please practice this practically, okay? Right, but newcomers, please don't practice Vipassana. Please practice breathing meditation. So because your rope is not long enough to collect the water from the well, right? So start with breathing meditation. So the others, all students, please keep online and in person, please keep practicing Vipassana, and I wish that may you develop more and more insights about you, right? Okay, now everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. And let your whole body to calm down. Let your mind to calm down. Please relax. Relax. Let the whole body from top to bottom, bottom to top, let the whole body to relax. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. let it go. Now, please relax. First, I will pay our respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and then with gratitude, to show our gratitude. After that, we are going to start today's meditation. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimeso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vidyacharana sampanno sugato lokamido Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Sattha deva manusanam Buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Sangdittiko akaliko Ehi pasiko panaiko Pachatang veditamo Vinyuhiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujupatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Samichi panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadinang chattari purisa yugani Ate purisa pungala Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Dakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokasati Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive mind, with a balanced, very equanimous mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. If you are practicing Vipassana meditation, please keep doing so. In all those areas that I kindly requested you to observe, whatever the sensations that arise, let it be heat, let it be coldness, let it be a hardness, softness, itching sensation, twinkling sensation, blood circulating, or pulsing, or any sensation. Let it be a sensation that you know by name or don't know by name. Let it be so. Just let those sensations to come up. Whenever they arise, be aware that they are rising. They are here right now on your body. And and remind yourself, they are bound to pass away. They are bound to pass away. If you were able to observe the same area for the second time, sometimes you might realize that the old sensation has already gone, a new sensation has come. A new sensation has arisen in that very area. Understand that this is the nature, this is the impermanence of which is pertaining in your body, which is related to you, and deeply realize that reality, and remind yourself this present sensation is also impermanent. And keep on moving, keep on observing, part by part, spiritual bridge after that. Then the newcomers, please keep practicing breathing meditation. As I mentioned, whatever the meditation that you practice, may your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Please start your meditation right now. Now, please stay eyes closed. If the eyes stay closed. But if you want to change your posture, you can change your posture. If the posture is painful. Now we are going to practice loving kindness meditation in breath. First, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now let's share our loving kindness with our parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear mother, may my dear father, may my dear teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now let's share our loving kindness with the neutral people who are not our friends, who are not our enemies, the people in the middle, neutral people. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now let's share our loving kindness with our enemies. Let's share our loving kindness with the people that we have grudges with, and at the same time that we don't like because of any past bad experience. Let's share our sincere loving kindness with all those people, your enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings. Let's think about the beings that we can see and that we cannot see. They may have various kinds of appearances, capabilities, incapabilities, abilities, disabilities, whatever the differences that we do have. Regardless of those differences, let's share our loving kindness with all the beings, all the beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now everyone, very calmly and quietly, please open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Let your whole body to relax from top to bottom, bottom to top. Now place your and your palms together and say 3 times, Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, so especially the Vipassana students, they are moving forward with the practice. So somehow in the open areas, sometimes you won't like the neck, So you won't feel sometimes sensations. You won't, your sensitivity, your ability to sense, it won't be so capable enough to feel those sensations. Let's think about such kind of a situation. At such times, if you feel the touch of the air, when the air is blowing, you feel the touch of the air. That is also enough. That is also a sensation, right? I always mention you, don't look for any particular sensation, any extraordinary, and so never experience, so never ever seen, never ever experienced sensation. Don't look for such kind of thing. Then you are going away from the real practice, right? So so that's why I don't sometimes reveal certain experiences that deep meditators gain. Why? So because then people's nature is craving. So they are not they are not enough of anything. So then what you will happen happen is whenever you sit for the meditation, you will start craving for that particular experience. Then you won't be able to practice well. So uh, therefore, don't look for any particular sensation. So just accept whatever the sensation that you experience as it is. Just welcome them with both hands, and then understand this sensation is bound to pass. Let's suppose you experience some kind of a sensation that you never ever experienced, right? Then what will happen is, so then what will happen is, so you think, you only focus on the comfortableness of that sensation, no uncomfortableness of that sensation. So there are, so don't think that you will only encounter good sensations. There are uncomfortable sensations too. What you need to develop with each and every sensation is the understanding about your body and mind, understanding the reality about your body and mind. Whatever the sensation that you encounter, let it be very, very comfortable, very, very uncomfortable. They are bound to, they have only one characteristic. What is that? They are bound to pass out. They come, they stay, and they pass. So even while staying, it's in a process of changing, right? So we have to develop this understanding with it. Okay. So so at the areas at the areas where there is a dress, so at the covered areas with your dress, if you don't feel any sensation, try to feel, I mean, so try to feel that the sensation that you feel because of the touch of the cloth. That is also sensation, right? So whenever you encounter one, be aware that you felt a sensation, and then move. Keep on moving, part by part, pitch by pitch, right? And try to understand the reality of your body and mind. So this is not Buddhist reality or Hindu reality or Christian reality or Islamic reality or atheist or agnostic reality. This is what it is, right? That's what you see, right? That's what you see. So whenever you understand about yourself, when you are living the current life, it's easier. It becomes easier and easier to live well. That's number one. And number two, gradually you are letting go of your negativities as much as possible. And you are reaching step by step closer to Nibbana, the real peace and real happiness. So work ardently, giving you everything, giving you everything. So that's what I wanted to mention. Sometimes you won't feel a sensation. You might not feel a sensation in certain areas. At such times, please do that. Either feel the sensation of the touch of the air. And that's also sensation, and move on, right? If not, so the touch of the cloth, that is also enough. Then move on, right? Then, so today is your day. So your day means you can ask questions, and but don't ask various kinds of so unnecessary questions. Just ask questions which are related to meditation, right? Okay. So this time, wait for a moment. We are going to start. Right. Right. Okay. Right. Mrs. Diane, we can unlock, right? Yes. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I've changed the control so people
Oh,
can
thank
unmute themselves or show themselves. And I've locked our meeting.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you so much. So so as I mentioned, you can ask questions related to your meditation. So let's start, Miss Grace. How about you?
For today, I have some digestion. I told you I have two brain, right? I feel this digestion properly, but I also can recognize the movement of my sensation on the heart. So at the same time, I can share my mind into two different parts of the body. Is it okay?
So that's fine, but so don't run. Okay. So if you are observing one particular area, just keep on observing. So follow the way that you practice. I mean, it always should be systematical and organized. So according to the way that you observe, so part by part, please keep on going. Even though sensations arise in particular areas, don't pay attention, right? So if the sensation is very rough, right?
Yeah.
Then be aware that you have a sensation like this, and this will also pass away. And then move on with your meditation. Right? So if it stays, let it stay. If it goes, let it go. So I will keep on moving with my meditation. Right? Don't run with various kinds of sensations. They keep on rising and arising and passing away. So they keep rising, they keep passing away.
But the duration is long, but I know it.
So even, yeah, we think that the duration is long, but the truth is, so we have given it a name. But we have given it a name. For an example, inside your stomach, there is some kind of a pain. We let's say we say, all right, I have a pain for one day. We say I have stomach ache for one day. What is the truth? The truth is, actually you didn't. So you think mentally you had the same stomach ache throughout the day. But the truth is, each and every moment it was changing. There were so there was a cause to arise this stomach ache, and then many causes were arising and passing away. Because of those causes, the stomach ache was the pain was arising and passing away. mentally you gave this whole process stomachache. But that's what you should talk when you go to the doctor. But by mind, you have to understand it is changing continuously, right? So, that's what it is. Whenever you take medication, it passes away, right? But at that time, it passes away because the causes which created that stomachache, they are gone, and new causes have arisen for you to be comfortable, right? So this process is continuing throughout our life. Can you understand? Yes. So this is the reality. So we try to run away whenever we have a certain sickness. We think we have that sickness, but the truth is, we don't have such kind of sickness. We have certain causes have arisen to experience certain kind of uncomfortable sensation. So since since there are those uncomfortable sensations, so particular kind of uncomfortable sensations, so we say this is headache, this is stomachache, like that. But sensation of pain is the same. They keep on rising and passing away according to the causes, wherever they arise. So wherever the causes arise to create a particular kind of pain, they keep on arising. We are the ones who give names: headache, stomachache, so toothache, like that. But pain is pain, so they keep on rising and passing away. It's the sensation, right? But if you have a real understanding of impermanence, you will face it. But if not, even though you are a Vipassana meditator, still you will feel it, right? But better to realize that this pain is also bound to pass away. Then you, at least a little bit of your mental pain will go away, right? So even though you cry aloud and shout, and even though you show anger towards the other people, so that pain, so that physical pain is bound to stay, right? So to control the situation, better to think, so this is an impermanent sensation. So as it arises, it will pass away. So let me see how long it stays, right? So because this has the same characteristic like those other sensations. So let me see how long this stays, right? You give a challenge, right? So Mr. Rupesh.
So even now, mind sometimes will go different places. Keep bringing it back, but I was thinking maybe after such a long,
Yeah. So you have to struggle. So this is not easy. I mean, if you don't give your everything, you don't get the everything that you expect. So you have to work hard. So this is like a battle. So you are trying. So for a long time, you were training your mind to run. Whatever the objective that comes, you run. So let's say it's like a child. So can you remember when we were little? So when you were little, so we don't like the school. So after the school, so we know during the evening time, sometimes in Sri Lanka, so I don't know whether in India, so we had one movie which is streaming on during the daytime. So we thought that is fun and school is not fun. So we wanted to go and watch that movie, whenever the movie was going on, we hear the sound of kids who are playing in the playground. So we think this is not fun. So playing cricket is the most funniest, most enjoyable thing. So we run to the playground to play, right? Then, so after some time, after playing for some time, we feel hungry. So we don't want to play. We want to eat something. So we run home to eat something. This was this is an example. So from my life. So this is how we were training our mind. So whatever I'm not talking about needs. So whatever the objectives that arose. So, and if we thought those objectives are more comfortable, gives us more comfort, then we kept on running after them. This was the habitual pattern of our mind, right? But right now, what we are doing is we are trying to change this. So we are trying to change this blind reaction. But so it is just like the moss, right? So when you put your hand, let's say there is a pond which is filled with moss. So you keep your hand inside, you insert your hand. At that time, what happens is the moss goes apart. You take your hand back, all the moss, they get together again. So, that's not what you should do. You have to take the moss and throw that away, not to get, not allowing them to get apart, get alone, right? So that's what you have to do. But just by keeping the hand, nothing will happen. So we give everything. We fight to develop calmness. We fight to develop patience, and we try to let our negativities go. And then within, so spontaneously, peace and happiness arise. Because whenever there is craving, the blind reaction of craving, so no happiness, because you are not satisfied with anything. But when you don't have that, when your blind reaction becomes lesser and lesser and lesser, you gain the ability to be contented with even the small things that you gain, right? Then you appreciate the 99 bricks which are well placed, and you don't try to focus on the one brick that you didn't place well in the wall of your life. So mostly we focus on the one bad brick and 99 good. We totally ignore the 99 good bricks. We don't want it, right? So then we say life is very suffering. So depressing. But the truth is, you have gained a lot of things in life that many people didn't get. They dream to get that. So for an example, so there are so many people who want to come to United States, but all of them didn't get the chance. So you had enough past good karma to come here, right? Everybody tried. There are so many scammers in the world. So there are so many people who lose their money because of those scammers. So who will say they'll take you to United States, right? So I don't want to specially mention. So this is the real. So somehow, so you have a lot of things that you can appreciate already. Well, so you appreciate them, right? So for that, you should have a mind which is calm, which is peaceful, which doesn't blindly react, who equally see the good points of your life. So while observing the bad points too. So you understand these are the bad points of my life, and I have to correct this. And these are the good points of my life. I have to appreciate and let me move forward with them, developing them. Right? Can you understand? Now, if you are generous, that's a good point. I have to develop it. Right? If you say kind words, that's a good point. You are developing. If you get angry easily, that's a bad point. You should try your best to reduce that habit. Right? So like that. All these things happen when you stop your blind reactions. But it's not easy. You gave everything to grow all these moss, but so you have to put equal energy, and so you have to struggle in the same manner to get rid of it. So according to the technique, so we work hard and gradually they'll pass away. If you do something, it's bound to happen. So it's there. I remember one Sanskrit poem. Udyoginam Purusingha Mupaiti Lakshmir Daivena Deya Mitika Purushavadan Daivang Nihatya Kurupaurusha Matma Shaktya Yatne Krute Yadina Siddhati Kotra Dosha. So Udyoginam Purusingha Mupaiti Lakshmir. So there is someone, so who is, so in many Asian countries, I know they believe in horoscope, right? Horoscope. What do we call it? Horoscope, right? Yeah, that fortune something. Then somebody sees this and say, the fortune teller says, "Oh, you are super lucky. During this period, you are going to gain a lot of things. You're super lucky." Then what you do is you go home and sleep thinking, "No, I don't have to work. That fortune teller told me, so I will get everything what I want. So within a very close nearby time, right?" So then what will happen? So that person won't get any penny. Then that one says, so there is another person who has another horoscope. So in that horoscope, it says, "Oh, so you have a very bad time. Whatever you do, it won't come true. I mean, it won't become successful. So you are born with a very bad, very bad time period or something like that." So then after that, but still that person thinks, "Why? Whatever it happens, I'm going to do this." So this person works hard, giving that person everything. And so then it says the luck goes to that person. Even though luck didn't come, you can be happy that I did something and I tried. Even though it didn't become successful. Well, so that's fine. Still, you can be happy. Yatne krute adina siddhati kotra dosha. Still, I can be happy thinking I tried. So let's work hard. Right, Mr. Rupesh? Right. So, what's your name? Asta. So, how was your first day?
Good.
Yeah, very nice. So, do you have any question?
Same question you asked.
All right. All right. You are a newcomer. So, give you everything. And if you cannot focus well, then I will teach you certain other methods. One thing is counting. So when the breath is coming in, say count 1. When it is going out, count 2. And so then keep on observing the breath for maybe 5 minutes like that. And then after that, if you could concentrate, stop counting and start observing the breath as it is, right? But when you count, you have to be aware about your breath, because sometimes the counting will go on, but incoming breath and outgoing breath, you will mess up in that, right? So, right, please do like that. Ram Garu?
I think I had a different question, but it is close to what you said. Some days I feel I concentrated well, but some days it doesn't feel that I was able to get involved in this. When you were answering, I understood that okay, it is similar to my mind wandering off.
Yeah. So many things happen in your life because in lay people have a lot of things. So I mean, monks have too, but lay people have a lot of things to take care. So many bondages. So things happen in life, but whenever you think, whatever the bondages I have, I keep them aside. Today I'm here to practice. So whatever it happens, so if you can think like that, that's good. Let my house blow in the wind, that's fine. So let any resignment happen, that's fine. So whatever it happens, so I don't care. Right now, this is the meditation time. I'm not going to think about anything like that. I will try to concentrate, giving my everything. Okay, so then you'll be able to practice. So, right, Mr. Bhanu?
It is good better for me. My question is actually for Buddha to get enlightenment, what type of meditation to practice.
So he practiced Vipassana. Yes. So I taught you, right? So concentration, breathing meditation is a concentration meditation, but you can turn it into Vipassana too. So there are so many Vipassana techniques, but somehow overall Buddha practiced Vipassana meditation. And then gradually eradicating the negativities and understanding about the true reality of body and mind, he became enlightened. All the negativities went away, and inside the eternal peace and eternal happiness arose, right? So not in a scale of an arahant, even beyond that, right? So that's why he's called Buddha, and the others are called as arahants, right? So somehow, Vipassana meditation is the one which led the Buddha. So that is the discovery of the Buddha. Concentration meditations, they were there even before the Buddha, right? So if you read Rigvedic texts in Hinduism, so there are concentration meditations that various rishis practiced, right? So this is not the time to relate all those things. So somehow Buddha's discoveries Vipassana meditation. So the technique to understand the body and mind, right? So that's what you are learning, right? So right, let's go to our online students, several online students too. And Mrs. Diane,
Yes, Bhante.
do you have any question?
No, I don't. Thank you so much for
Right.
asking.
Right, Mr. Huat?
I don't have any questions on tonight, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Me be happy. Mrs. Lees?
No, but thank you.
Me be happy, Mrs. Lees. Cobra Gadi family?
Nami Bhanteji, no question.
Me be happy. Rahul and Pragati?
No questions, Bante.
I
Me-
actually I have a question.
Yes, Pragati?
For regular practice, are there any recommended or unrecommended time for meditation practice?
So anytime is fine, Mrs. Pragati. But so better if you can do it in the morning
Okay.
or evening. So before you go to bed, or so maybe after 7 So
Okay.
those times are good because you are relaxing. But somehow, any time is fine for meditation. But if you do after waking up and before you go to bed, so those times help you to concentrate better.
Okay.
But any time is fine, is Pragati.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Bhante.
Thank you. Anusha, do you have any question?
Well, I always think that how do I practice meditation to be more organic and less organized? Like organic meaning natural and spontaneous, like how I feel the pure mind should be.
All right. So that's so you have to apply this meditation in your daily life. So whenever you go, you walk, you talk, you have to be fully aware what you are doing, right? If you are now you are looking, right? You have to be aware that you are seeing, that you are observing, that you are looking, right? Looking at this person. And when you are eating, you have to be aware. I'm eating this, and these are the feelings that I feel, right? So when you move your body, then when you walk, when you talk, whatever things that you do, you have to apply the mindfulness that you develop in your daily life. That's how you feel yourself organic and spontaneous. You feel you, right? That's what you have to do. Okay. So from the moment that you arose until the time that you go to bed, as much as time that you can, please keep on so being aware about your actions, right? Bipul, do you have any question?
I would say more towards, I think it's a little bit talked about it, like, let's say if you're wearing a t-shirt, like feel that sensation on air. Because otherwise, sometimes I don't really realize what sensation I'm focusing on, like especially with the arms. So like when I do this part or elbows, I don't really feel tingling or any other sensation. So, and when you say sensation, like what am I focusing on?
So sensations means whatever whatever your body feel. So that's the sensation. So let it be heat. I told you, right? So let it be heat, let it be coldness, let it be so toughness, let it be softness. Whatever a thing that you feel on your body. So maybe so for now, as a beginner, you have to go with your skin level. So on your skin level, whatever things that you feel, right? Some of them, so you won't be able to name, so give a name, but still you feel, right? So then even the touch of the cloth, that is also feeling, yeah, right? That so it also helps to generate sensations. So since you don't feel the other sensations well, then what you do is you go along with sensation of the touch of the cloth. But if you feel the other sensations, please go with those sensations. So only if you cannot feel the other sensations, that is the time that you should focus on the touch of the cloth, because then it helps you to flow. So spontaneously flow the attention from part to part, right? So so you go accordingly, right? So shoulder, then upper arm, elbow, like that. So then when you don't feel anything on your elbow, so then you feel somewhat frustrated or something like that. Then so to avoid that, what you do is you observe the touch of the breath. Touch of the cloth. Then you have a sensation. And with that sensation, you go to the next part, right? So like that, since it helps to flow the observation, flow the attention, so from part to part, we do like that. But somehow it is also sensation, right? Yeah. So did I give the right answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So then let's do like that. So somehow this is what I want to tell you. So work ardently. First, you are doing it for yourself, and then you are doing it for the other people, right? So the even though you think or not, whatever the benefits that you get, you automatically share with the other people, right? So don't avoid your daily sittings. Make sure, determine whatever it happens, I'm going to sit in the morning, in the evening, the 15 minutes. So if you Vipassana meditators can give extra amount of time, I really appreciate. But even the other meditators too, but at least give 15 minutes in the morning. So sit 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, and keep on working hard. And I wish that may all of you attain the real peace, real happiness, purification of mind, Nibbana. With those thoughts, we are going to finish. So everyone please think. Today too, all of us gathered here, practice this noble technique of meditation and accumulated a lot of positive energy. By the power of this positive energy, may all our troubles be away. May all the good things happen in our lives. And practicing this noble meditation technique, non-sectarian meditation technique, may all of us be able to come out of all the negativity. May we be able to develop all the positivities within. And finally, may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Please concentrate. Abhivadana Silisa Nichang Vada Pachaino Chattaro Dhamma Vadanti Ayuvagno Sukhang Balang Ayurarogya Sampatti Sagya Sampatti Me Vache Ato Nibbana Sampatti Iminati Samijyatu. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful. Sukhi hotu. Sukhi hotu. Good night to everyone. See you all in the next week. Next Friday. Sukhi hotu. May you be happy. May you be happy. So good night, Miss Dan.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night, Mrs. Mahananda.
Good night. Thank you, Bhante ji.
Good night.
Bhante.
May you be happy. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night to you, Bhante. Happy Puja to you.
Thank you so much. Good night, Rahul and Pragati.
Good night, Bhante. Thank you so much.
Bhante. Thank you.
Good night. May you be happy. Good night, Miss Please.
Good night. Have a good one.
May you be happy, Miss.